How's it going, everyone? Thor here. I saw Primate last night. I would have done my quick review on it, but I was not feeling well last night, so I just went home and went to bed. Saw it about this time yesterday. Figured I'd talk about it. It's pretty good for a January movie. It's fun. It's exactly what you expect it to be. Primate's got this girl that's coming home to her little sister and bringing her friends along. And the characters are pretty forgettable. Their relationship, they explore how they have like a little love triangle and stuff, but they throw that away pretty quickly because they know what you all want to see. They knew the character development wasn't the strong part of this, so they get right past that. The movie starts off with the primate's name is Ben, and there's a doctor that goes in to try to give him some antibiotics. He got bit or something. Of course, he's got rabies, but rabies isn't common. Like Hawaii doesn't have rabies, so they would never think he'd have rabies till he does. Beginning is obviously Ben is sick and he kind of goes away from the guy and then pulls him into his little cave, and a lot more gory than you'd expect. This movie starts off pretty strong. It took me by surprise and might not be for everyone. A lot of the stuff's practical, so it looked pretty decent. There wasn't like a ton of CG. There's some good kills, good use of practical effects. I'm not a huge like gore person. This wasn't too bad though. This wasn't like Terrifier, but it did have good effects, and if that's what you're here for, there's definitely stuff to see. It's got some good tension building moments. I wish they did more of those because they figure out that Ben can't swim, so they can always hide from the pool. So the movie often hits a brick wall when they go to the pool, doesn't really know what to do with it. They do a few things where Ben like climbs and tries to grab him from above. He goes the other side to try to swipe at them because he's got long arms. The characters in this were completely dumb. I mean, one of them had the idea of there's this edge and he tried to push him off and he's almost successful, but it doesn't work out for him because of course it doesn't. It's way too early in the movie for it to work. One of the characters is like, do you have a gun? And then the girl's like, oh no, he's family, which is like by the end of it, she doesn't care because she's like, oh, Ben's not Ben anymore. But it's like, come on. Obviously something was wrong. He had rabies and he's killing people. You know exactly who's going to survive this too. You know who the main girl is. She's not like a super like final girl. There's not like that confrontation. And the dad's played by a real deaf actor, which I thought was cool. And they incorporated that, and his character had an interesting scene. Yeah, you know the other girls are going to die except for the one girl, is the main girl and her sister. And there's two guys they meet on the plane, and you just know they're fodder for later to just up that kill count. And of course they are. And there's a good scene with one of the guys in the bed. It's pretty brutal. Does that King Kong fatality from the new Godzilla movies. Ben's played by a character actor. I forget his name, but he did a really good job. He really steals the show. The movie's better when he's on screen. It kind of falls off when Ben's not around and it's just the characters. And it's like, I don't really care about these characters. But heavily inspired by Cujo. They even do the Cujo with someone in the car scene. Is it amazing? No. But definitely worth a watch. Something I'd watch again. Something that's worth throwing on, and probably better with some alcohol. I say check it out. Good way to start January. I'll see you all the next one. Thor out.